Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, now I'm at home. I'm hope that you can hear my voice clearly because now there are heavy rain outside. Okay, so we proceed to the next elements. Okay, the last elements for multimedia elements, which is video. Okay, as we all know, video is an excellent tool for delivering multimedia. Most of us are very attractive or very attract to the video. Okay, we love to see. We prefer to watch video on YouTube rather than read the text, right? Okay, so video places the highest performance demand on computer and its memory and storage. Of course, it is because the video is the have a um, uh, big demands for the storage. Okay, and digital video has replaced analog as the method of choice for making and delivering video for multimedia. Okay, for analog, same as the audio, video also have the analog and digital. For analog video, video is recorded on two magnetic tapes. Okay, if we remember our good old days, okay, we watch our favorite film or cartoon using the tape, the black tape, right? Okay, in an analog video signal, each frame of the video is represented by a fluctuating voltage signal known as an analog wave. Okay, analog wave form referred to as composite video. Okay, composite analog video has all the video components. Okay, that means it has the brightness, the color, and the synchronization. And then it combined into one signal for delivery. You can see here. For example, our traditional television, right? Yeah, and it also have the limitation which the color blending and the low clarity, high generation loss and difficult to edit because it is a one shot. Okay, we cannot edit it. When we record, so that's the result. Okay, we cannot edit it. Yeah. Um, Different from digital video is the digitization of analog video signals into numerical format. Okay, if analog is more to the magnetic tape or it more to the frame, each frame, okay, refer to the frame. But for digital video, is a signal into numerical format and it creates the illusion of full motion by displaying a rapid sequence of changing image on a display device. Okay, and the conversion from analog to digital format requires the use on ADC or it's called analog to digital converter. So to convert the analog format to digital format, we use ADC. And this ADC can be used to output digital video on analog equipment. That's the special one. Okay. Digital video can be um, can be convert also to the analog equipment, but analog video cannot be cannot be transferred to digital equipment. Okay, so the setting up a production environment for making digital video requires some hardware specification. Of course lah, yeah. Bila when we want to we want to do the production for the digital video, there are a lot of equipment that we have to prepare. Yeah. So here we can see the difference between analog signal and digital signal. Okay, these both signals weaken over distance. Okay, that means if they are far away and then the signal is weak. Yeah, if signal is weak, picture is weak and lots of static. So we can see the blur and we cannot see the sharp pictures, right? But and the digital signal, as long as TV is receiving a signal, pictures is perfect. just like this. Okay, and the heavy rain and Astro cannot get the signal. Okay, if we have the low signal, but we have the it is a digital signal, we still can watch our the TV. If there are no signal at all, so we can't. Yeah. Video also can be digitized. Okay, so we often use to capture the content from movies and television to be used in the multimedia. And the video source, we can get it from video camera, VCR, TV or video disc. Is connected to a video capture card in our computer. As the video source is played, the analog signal, okay, this VCR from the analog signal, is sent to the video card in our computer and converted into a digital file, including sound or audio from the video. So this is the process how the video is digitizing. Yeah, and then okay, this is the example that I have mentioned before. So from the VCR, and then it's converted, okay, in our computer, and then this is the output. Okay, video also can be compressed. Okay, the video compression or decompression programs are used so that video can fit on a single CD, and the speed of transferring video from a CD to a computer can be increased. Okay, okay. This is for example for the compression and decompress process, which from, let's say, the sequence of 25 FPS. FPS stands for frame per second. Yeah, okay. Because video is come up with frames. Okay, it's about 25 MB. Okay, yes. This is an example. Okay, CD-ROM transfer rate is calculated as follow. Okay, one times equals to 100 kilobyte per second. 10 times 1.5. Okay, so this is the transfer rate. Yeah. Okay. For compression, there are two types of compression. First is lossless compression. Okay, it's preserve the exact image throughout the compression and decompression process. Okay, for example, the text image is identified, repeating words and assign them a code. Okay, this is the lossless compression. Okay, another one is lossy compression. It eliminates some of the data in the image and therefore provides greater compression ratios than lossless compression. Okay, that means lossy is the greater compression ratio, okay, rather than lossless compression. It is applied to a video because some drop in the quality is not noticeable in moving image. Okay, sometimes when we watch movies, there are some action that are not too smooth or have a lacking. But if they compress it more faster than the real capture of the video, okay, we can see it can be high. Okay, the example for this situation is from, if I'm not mistaken, in the Transformers. Okay, if you can see the Transformers action, okay, when the robot transform from the vehicles to a robot. Okay, there's actually when we take it slow motion, we can see there are some of the lacking and not too smooth, rather than the final in that we can see in the movie. That's the trick. Okay, how they uh, hide the flaws. For example, if we watch on the YouTube content, our YouTubers content makes a parody or reveal, for example, 10 things that happen in the movie like this. Okay, so we can see there are some of the lacking part about the mistake that we when we saw it our eyes we cannot notice it, right? Okay, so from there how the production or the publisher have hide the weakness. Yeah, one of the trick is from compression. Okay. Okay, now we talk about size and file size and formats. Okay, file size in digital video come up with two things. First is frame rate and second is image size. Based on the frame rate, okay, the image static image, when we want to make it as a video, we have to animate it. Okay, and the television and movies play at 30 fps, but acceptable playback can be achieved with 15 fps. Half of it. Okay. For image size, a standard full screen resolution is 640 times 480 pixels. But to save storing space, a video with 620 multiple 240 for a computer display is still acceptable. Okay, if you can see the image here. Okay. Now with the high definition television and capable of resulting up to 1920 times 1080 scan linear per second. Okay, like our friends say from the previous our previous class, maybe the image size now with the screen of the TV TV size, okay, maybe is more than that. Yeah. Okay. For other than frame rates and image size, the color depth also is uh, is a factor of for the file size in the digitized video. Okay, if you can see here, there are 24-bit, 60-bit, 8-bit. So here, the quality of video is dependent on the color quality. Okay, it related with the number of the color. Okay, so here the color depth below 256 color is poorer quality image. Okay, that's mean the color is quite blur, no and no sharp, and maybe uh the color is quite um not same as the real 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 with the real world. Yeah, so here the frame rate to below 50 frame per second causes a noticeable and distracting jarkness that unacceptable and is changing the image size and compressing the file, therefore become primary ways of reducing file size. Okay, when we decompress or when we compress the video, is also can have to lower the image lower the color depth, yeah, and the quality is low, right? Okay, so here is the file format. Okay, it's same as the other multimedia element, which is depend on the what software that we use. Okay, and they also consider about the quality of the video. For example, .avi, okay, is audio video interval format, support on all window platform, and sometimes there are format that cannot be used in the Windows. Maybe it can be used only on Mac. Alright. MOV, okay, here for example, MOV is support on Windows and Macintosh platform. Okay, need to install the Apple QuickTime Player. So if we don't have the Apple QuickTime Player, we cannot see the video. Okay. The other one is MPG. There are version of the MPG from 1 to 7 and so on. Okay. There are a lot of file format that have in our market today. So we choose which format that can compatible with our device. Yeah. Okay. This is for another file format and the file extension. We have codec, Cinepass, Indio, okay, MPEG, and so on. Okay. Okay. For video editing terminology, we have here linear. Linear is a play end to end in one direction, usually pertains to video tape editing, especially the editing of linear tape segments into the one final master tape. This means it's just a sequence process. Okay, linear. Okay, sequence, one order process, one time process. Okay. Non-linear refer to the editing of this base digital video, which is the software provides an on-screen map of what the final video sequence should look like, incorporating the edits, splices, special effect, transition, and soundtrack. So we can move the scenes from maybe in a one duration of video, okay, 20 minutes of video, we can cut it by segmentation, okay. Maybe the last part we can move to the beginning part, okay. So that is called linear, non-linear, okay. When we talk about the special effect, we also can make it transition, okay. When we do a movie from not the movie, we want to do a presentation from the using Filmora or Movie Maker, okay, or maybe PowerPoint. Okay, so we have the transition features. Okay, this transition such as fading, wiping, splattering, and so on are available by simply dragging and dropping that transition between the two video clips. So from the one, if we cut the two scenes, okay, from scene 1 and scene B, we put it, the transition in the middle of the two scenes, okay. And then we also can do the superimpose, okay. If you can see here, when they record or they capture uh, uh, a raw source video record from using green screen, okay. If you can see here, there are green screen, the back at the author, and then they superimpose the green screen with the others picture, okay. So the ability to superimpose one clip over another is a valuable. If you can see at my background, this is one of the superimpose special effect. Okay, all right. So the technique of green screen is identical, except that the color greens is used for the screen and later digitally removed. Okay, the blue screen and green screen superimposing are just two of the superimposing technique available. Okay, that's why if you want to use this green screen, we have to avoid from wearing green color. Okay, because if you can see here, I use like just like green, so maybe there is not solid shape that our picture or our body in the screen. Okay, they have a blur and not too smooth rather than the original one. Okay. Okay. So how we want to use video in the multimedia product? Okay, because our students, more of us, prefer to use video, alright? Okay, so we can use the video in the to deliver our information and present compact information. Okay, especially for the simulation techniques and so on. But we have to careful when purchasing the software and choose most appropriate video files, because it maybe affect the use of our device and our storage. Yeah, not too much transition and special effect cause delay in rendering process. Of course, one of the process in the video making is rendering. If when we use too many transition and special effect, it may take a long time to render the video. So we have to try have a smaller file. If the capturing and editing software is different, make sure to set it standard form so it can be used in both process. Okay, so we convert it to the standard format. Yeah. So I think that's all for our lecture for this week. Okay, I hope all of you will understand about the overview about the basic knowledge about the multimedia elements, the 5 multimedia elements, and how this element can be integrated or can be used in our product. Okay, so I wish you have a nice weekend. Okay, maybe for if you want to understand or you have confused with this video's content, you are freely to WhatsApp or ask your question in our group. Okay, see you next week. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.